Hi, welcome to my channel. This is Josie A and I'm here with a new painting. And I just wanted to tell the story about this painting. I kind of had ideas to do it at the beginning of 2024. And it was just from me having some vivid dreams, painting, decided in a burst of creativity to paint separately my favorite flowers. There's the Passion Flower of Christ, which is this one. It's a real flower and it's very rare. It's actually from the top of my birth mountain, Kennesaw Mountain, and it grows there seasonally in the spring. I included a mountain in this and some spirit stars and of course the waterfall. But I wanted to say this painting started off as 3 different paintings, and I did an art event. It was in November of 2024. There was an art event in Atlanta called Pancakes and Booze, and it's an event where a bunch of artists come together and you're supposed to pay for your artworks to be put up. And so you have your artworks up and it's in hopes that art enthusiasts would come and buy the artworks. And so there's no guarantee. So during that night, I must have brought maybe like 7 paintings plus the 3 that I had put on my easel easel to do painting, because at this event it's a tradition where artists they can bring their easels and do paintings while the show is going on. And so I wanted to do that with my new easel and my 3 paintings, because I did kind of just have them together next to each other and one on top. And I was painting and the night was going well, and I was just getting a little overwhelmed, as I do, because as an artist you have to try to put yourself out there and try to regain what you spent, especially what I spent with the amount it cost to put my paintings I had. So I wanted to make a profit, and I was mostly selling stickers and prints because I have stickers of all my artworks. This artwork is going to be a poster and a sticker, by the way, very soon. Onto the story. Basically, the end of the night happened and I started to pack up all my paintings, put them all in my car, and the demon of forgetfulness just kind of got me, because I had taken the paintings off the easel to break down the easel, break it down so that it would fit in my car. And I thought, okay, I had all my paintings, the easels in the car, and I went home that night and I woke up in the morning like in a frenzy, like in a dream. Like I was just like so anxious. I'm like, something's wrong, I forgot something. And I went downstairs and I was unpacking everything, and in fact my 3 paintings that were on the easel, they were not there, nowhere to be found, absolutely missing. So I was, overwhelmed. It felt like a stake to the heart. It felt like someone died. Like, it's very emotional to lose something that you knew was going to be an amazing artwork. And it was 3 different artworks, and I was just kind of like working on them each at the same time during different creative spurts. But I went back to the venue, which was at the Believe Music Hall in Atlanta, and I went and there was some cleaning ladies and they were Hispanic, and since I'm bilingual I was speaking to them in their language, and I said, please, I beg you, let me inside, because since this is a nighttime spot, no one really is supposed to be there in the daytime. But they knew that I was being sincere and all I wanted to was to find my missing property, and they let me in. And I went directly to where I had the revelation in my dream, where I had taken them out. I took them out and I set them on this like stage area. There's no one on stage at the time. It was just DJ music going on. So I would imagine maybe it's just still there. And I went there, it was not there, nothing there. And I went looking around to the bathroom, to the back of the bar, to the back room, and absolutely nothing, no traces of it. I got the number of the manager and I was like, okay, I had life going on, life happens, you have to continue. A few days later, I came again, and this time I went in with the manager and they said, hey, there is a painting here. Come and see it at this time. I went at the certain time. We met up at the place at the Believe, and they took me downstairs towards the basement, and I had not looked in the basement, so I was like, okay, great, it's gonna be there. Like I had like a fire of hope in my heart. Okay, my paintings, they're there, maybe someone just moved it. And they showed me this raggedy painting that was like very simple, just had like this weird figure in it. I vividly remember it slightly. It was like just, it was art, but it was not my taste. Let's just say it was like, it was not my art either. And I was like, this is not my paintings. I was so emotionally just stricken. I was starting to tear up. I'm like, there's no way. I left, and a few days later, I had given up. I had given up hope, and my man friend, he said, you know, maybe they're not listening to you because you're female or something. Let me speak to them man to man. And he went, he spoke to them, and it was like the security guard, which we had talked to the night of the event, and there was nothing there. He went inside, he looked around for like an hour, and I was waiting. I'm like, maybe he's gonna come out with these paintings. No, absolutely nowhere to be found. I have a theory, maybe some artist took it home with them and like republished it as their own work. Maybe, of course, maybe they could have just thrown it in the trash can, not notified anyone, not given a fuck about who cares whose artworks these are. They had my signature on it. There was indeed my signature on there. And so to this day, I don't know. And I was devastated. So out of begrudging discontentment and just sadness, I started to do a whole new painting. And I combined the idea of the spirit star, the sun with the black holes in it, the cold zones, that's what they are, and the reflection of the evergreens. I had the original, I was just painting out of creativity, and I had made this red evergreen tree, and I decided to recreate it here. I have images of the artworks, and so I was working on that. And then the mountain, it was just the shape of the mountain. So the mountain, I just decided to make it abstract because I was just in an abstract state. I have ADHD, and I'm always listening to something while doing something. I tend to always be multitasking. It's just, I'm just perpetually multitasking somehow. And so it's kind of representing that. There's a style in one of my other artworks called the Omnipotent, and it has a sky that is normal and it transitions towards abstract. And so let me zoom in. Basically, it does transition from the mountain to sort of a normal kind of sunset look. See, there's sunspots in the sun, the beautiful tree. My favorite part of this painting is in the middle. I did make this passion flower of Christ, my favorite flower on earth. And a beautiful part of this painting now that represents the story is the 3 artworks on an easel inside the house. That is how it looked when they were at the event. Before I had taken them off, so I had combined the artworks together. Very hard to tell, but there was a flower. There's a separate painting of the waterfall. And here it is all together in an overwhelmingly beautiful state. Forever encapsulates my feelings, my journey, my constant feeling of being overwhelmed. There's something about this painting that transcends dimension, like up close and far away at the same time. I tend to do that a lot in my artwork. And yeah, this is my artwork. I signed it yesterday. Now we are in January 1st, 2025. So it has been now 2 years since 2024. And I'm happy that it's complete. And this is the end of a chapter. And I'm looking forward to doing more artworks. Guys, subscribe and hit like and share this with anyone who you think needs a story, who needs, needs to feel seen. I'm sure this has happened to a lot of different artists, but out of tragedy there can be creation. And everything in my opinion is destiny, and everything is meant to be. So please like and subscribe. And if you want to print, DM me on Instagram. On YouTube I have my link tree on community posts. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'm going to be making so much more YouTube videos this year, so please like and subscribe, and God bless you.